Wow, hey, special prayers up to all my niggas behind the wall, man, because they're still in these evacuation zones. These fires just keep popping up, man. It's crazy, huh? Like, you think it's all good one place, it's another situation over here. I mean, it's all kinds of stuff happening, man. Shout out to my niggas in Houston, man, H-Town, man. Told Texas niggas, all my Texas cons. I know they going through snow. We going through fire, they going through snow, man. Rapidly growing wildfires spread to more than 5,000 acres. Now I'm hearing that it's more than doubled this right now. I'm gonna keep getting some updates on my niggas, man. But I'm hearing that they're trying to evacuate them. In one spot, they did evacuate them. Another spot, they're giving them like stay in shelter, like what I'm saying, instructions to shelter in. Like what? How do you shelter in from a fire, Jack? They gotta evacuate, man. So I'm hearing they're trying to send buses over there, man. It's a lot going on, but get the update right now. I'm just catching y'all up on some, previous articles on this, man. So if you're in these areas and you get an evacuation or you need to leave. Now, I don't know, man. I don't know, boss. I feel like they can give anybody an evacuation order, make them leave their crib, and the next thing you know, they got the land. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's feeling like this is a a nice little sneak land grab situation, man. And even more, man, we got historic Naga towns up in Altadena, man. Shout out to my Altadena cons, on my tribe supporting that. We raised over 3K so far, 3,000, supporting specific families, man. You know what I'm saying? Left to natural by law, you know what I mean, that he knows specifically that are very affected by what's going on in Altadena. And they appreciate all the cons, man, for the love and support they're able to spread around, man. Whatever we can do, we got to keep doing it. So click the link, man. Click the GoFundMe link, man. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you continue to contribute, man, because it keeps, popping up. These things are going to keep, unfortunately, seem like, this is all, aimed, at a chaotic outcome, trying to make us in this energy, this flow, in this state of chaos, you know what I'm saying? While they, prepare what they prepare, whoever that they are. I don't know, man. I'm just saying, these fires are weird, man. All this stuff is weird, man. You know what I mean? Now, they said there's 4,700 inmates at that facility at the Castaic Jail Complex. Some call it the North, something North Complex, but they're saying here Castaic Jail. All of which were in the evacuation zone by mid-afternoon. So they're not even, according to this update we about to get, then they ain't even planning the evacuation order for the 4,700. They say they ain't got enough buses or something like that. We need an hour-by-hour update. So, can y'all help a Naga, give a Naga an update, man. You know what I'm saying? Hit me in the DM, man, or just drop it, you know what I mean? But we got like 5,000 Nagas that they ain't even talking about evacuating, only just saying that they should shelter in. Shelter in, boss. Hold up, man. We about to get it, man. They have no choice, said Vanessa Rosekill, whose brother is at one of the fire-threatened facilities. Yes, they have been put there because of their choices, but that doesn't mean they deserve to die. Really? We having this conversation? Do they deserve to die or not? If they deserve to die, wouldn't they get like the electric chair or something crazy? You know what I'm saying? Even my Nagas, man, rest in power, man. Tookie Williams, man. You know what I'm saying? Rest in power. A lot of my cons that, have gotten, life sentences, man. You know what I'm saying? That don't, deserve, you know what I'm saying? You know, you already know, man. They be getting Nagas caught up in these situations all the time. Some Nagas, deserve it, but we got a lot of Nagas that didn't deserve it, man. You know what I'm saying? Didn't get their cases, heard correctly, man. So don't be judging my Nagas behind the wall. There's a lot of Nagas that don't deserve to be there, man. Don't just judge everybody in your mind, man. Let the creator judge these cons, man. Some do deserve, you know what I'm saying? We from old biblical flow over here, man, right? Eye for an eye, man. So we get that some deserve it. But most of these Nagas, man, back there, you know what I'm saying? It is a very systematic situation, man. They get caught up with this, they gotta carry that, but they get caught up with another that. You know what I mean? It's just, look, conspiracy. Now they got the RICOs. They going crazy, man. So love to my Nagas behind the wall, man. And we gotta, just stay updated and see what's going on, man, and make sure we get Nagas out of there, because apparently the fire's getting worse. And apparently it's twice as bad as when they dropped it, you know what I'm saying, initially. You know, this from LA Times, but let's get another one here. This is what they already had done. The LASD moves inmates due to evacuation order. So they already had moved one facility called the Peter J. Pinchey's Detention Center, all right? And that's the Sheriff Luna. We're going to hear from Luna in a second, man. Officials with LA County Sheriff's Information Bureau confirmed Wednesday afternoon that hundreds of LASD inmates seen on buses. All right, so they got a lot of knockers out, which is a good thing. 476, they say, who were taken from the PDC. All right, but what about them other 4,700 or, you know, thousands and thousands of more knockers? Like, these facilities are very, very close to each other. So let's hear it, man, from Lunes, and then we're going to hear from a sister who's giving us an update for the dismount. Let's go.
Dozens and dozens of deputy sheriffs out evacuating residences in the neighborhoods where this fire is going, based on the information, analysis, and risk that the fire department is giving us, and then as well concerned about our inmates at this facility.
Yeah, and Sheriff, talk to me about those inmates really quick, because I know you've got two facilities there. You have Pitches, and then you've got North County Correctional. North County Correctional's got something like, what, 5,000, 5,000 to 7,000?
North County Correctional. So if you know any knockers at these facilities, man, check in. You know what I'm saying? Let's get some updates, Drop Nation, because, you know what I'm saying, Drop Nation everywhere, man. I'm sure we got Drop Nation behind the wall right there at this facility, man. You know what I'm saying? Knockers waking up and keeping it cold. You know, they better send some buses or something, man. You know what I'm saying? So we need to hear what's up, you know what I'm saying, with the play-by-play. You know what I mean? We can't just let this thing ride. We got to keep our eye on the fire and see what's happening, man. We got knockers in snow in Texas, knockers in fire in Cali. It's crazy right now. 2025, man. Hey, wakey. You think this is coincidences? You think these are accidents, man? Let's go.
Inmates in it. Both of those facilities are under mandatory evacuations, as I understand. What is the logistical operation to undertake an evacuation like that of that many inmates in a secure way?
We have 3 different facilities up there. One of them, we're already in the process of evacuating. 2 others, based on the recommendation from the fire department, are sheltering in place.
Sheltering in place? How do you shelter in place from a blazing fire? Luna, how? When clearly they're near each other, right? Am I tripping? Am I tripping, boss? Are these facilities not near each other? Let me know, man. I'll wait. So if one is threatened and all 3 have evacuation, I'm gonna back it up, because they're slick with the lingo. You know, they got evacuation orders, and then it's like evacuation warnings. So, you know, then they're like, hey, man, just evacuate, man. We taking your house, man. Bye. You know, get your stuff, get your medicine, get your little dog, Ruby, and go. This is our land now. This is our land now, boss. And I'm not saying everybody in on it, but I'm just saying with a Dragonfly perspective, man, sitting over here, over here in the bleachers, just watching this crazy stuff going on, man. It's so obviously some type of, you know, conscious play-by-play happening, man. We ain't crazy, man. Don't call us crazy. What did he say? Hold up, man. Let's get it from here, man. Drop going crazy.
Mandatory evacuations, as I understand. What is the logistical
mandatory
operation to undertake an evacuation like that of that many inmates in a secure way?
And risk that the fire department is giving us, and then as well concerned about our inmates at this facility.
Yeah, and Sheriff, talk to me about those inmates really quick, because I know you've got 2 facilities there. You have Pitches, and then you've got North County Correctional. North County Correctional's got something like, what, 5,000, 5,000 to 7,000 inmates in it. Both of those facilities are under mandatory evacuations, as I understand. What is the logistical...
So they're both already under mandatory evacuations, and you're telling them to shelter in place? Boss, is you crazy? Are we tripping? Am I tripping? Is drop over dropping? Just let me know, man. If there's a blazing fire next door and they get to evacuate because they got lower numbers, so you get like a few hundred out, bang. But the other one got 5,000 Ahks in it. And you're like, some of the people that they evacuated from the other facility, actually, they evacuated over to this facility, the one that they're saying shelter in place. So you didn't really even save those Ahks. You just put them all in the same place. Now, when they had about 5,000, now they got 5,500 now because you evacuated a lot of them over to this facility. You'll see, man. I mean, this is happening in real time.
Operation to undertake an evacuation like that of that many inmates in a secure way?
We have 3 different facilities up there. One of them, we're already in the process of evacuating. 2 others, based on the recommendation from the fire department, are sheltering in place.
He didn't want to take the blame, right? You see how they slickly, based on a recommendation of such and such. Because that's all you're really saying is based on somebody else's recommendation, not your own. He didn't say based on our recommendation. I get it. It's their place, right? Their recommendation.
But we're continuing to monitor that. In regards to the effort, you can only imagine. We have a lot of resources up there. We're sending more. We have our Special Enforcement Bureau that's out there assisting, and we're going to evaluate that as needed. But again, the safety of our inmates, they are under our protection. We're responsible for it. We want to make sure everybody's going to be okay. But it is a...
Can you protect them from this fire? Because you're telling them to shelter in place, boss. Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Am I crazy? How are you protecting us? They're under your protection. It's 5,000 Ahks. Get some buses, get them out, right? You know, I'm hearing, we hearing that buses are even being like turned away, like people trying to help, but not, they ain't able to. You know, I heard this script before. Didn't we hear this before? People trying to help, and they're making it hard for people to help. Did my cons go through a situation in North Carolina like that too recently? I don't even want to talk about FEMA. I don't even want to talk about, you know what I'm saying, New Orleans. I don't even want to talk about New Orleans, right? Didn't we see this play before? Man, I'm praying now because it's all good. I'm just saying, I don't even like what this kind of stuff looks like, because if it don't happen this time, what's the next fire they're going to break out near some prison? And what's going to happen then? And then this is all chaos, because now you got Ahks behind the wall. They like, what? Then now you got all the insides of the, you know what I'm saying, penitentiaries and, you know what I mean, feds and the state, you know what I mean, Ahks gonna be tripping, right? Because they watching what you doing to they Ahks over there. And they was just over there. They got transferred to another spot, but they know this spot too. Everybody know the spots. I'm just saying, man, like, what's the play? You do it here, then you do it somewhere else, you know what I'm saying? Or make Ahks uneasy behind the wall knowing that they're not protected. They're really just being, you know what I mean, quarantined in, right? Where we heard that before. You know how it was behind the wall during the whole quarantine situation, the tenderoni situation. So this is what he talking about, sheltering in place, man. I want to hear what the sister talking about. What the sister talking about. Lego. Hey, shout out to the Source LA, man, dropping this. And let's hear it, man. My bad, my beat.
This is that compound where there's more than 4,000 inmates. And don't forget, staff, guards, deputies, everybody that facilitates and works at that facility are also here. And you can see the orange lines from the water dropping helicopter, kind of a perspective about just how close the fire is getting to that correctional facility. And again, sheriff's officials saying that they have consulted with the fire officials, who say it is safer to try to shelter those guys in place.
I've seen a lot of folks asking for an update now that the Board of Supervisors offices have closed. And just to give you an update, the fire has now expanded to almost 10,000 acres.
Double.
The flames can now be seen from the front doors of the facility. They have still not evacuated the almost 5,000 people there, and it's gotten to the point where they have so few buses and so many people that they are saying it's safer to shelter in place. We've been warning them the entire day, that they needed to start then. They don't have time to wait. And what did they choose to do? They chose to wait. We've known that the LA County Sheriff's Department only has about 20 buses to cover the entire county because as of last week, our members were still not being brought to court because they refused to transport them from jail because they didn't have the buses, which is why we told them 7-8 hours ago to start evacuating then.
The water dropping helicopters to North County Correctional Facility and pitches, because this is the jail facility right here. This is that compound where there's more than 4,000 inmates. And don't forget, staff, guards, deputies, everybody that facilitates and works at that facility are also here. And you can see the orange lines from the water dropping helicopter, kind of a perspective about just how close the fire is getting to that correctional facility. And again, sheriff's officials saying that they have consulted with the fire officials who say it is safer to try to shelter those guys.
Are we tripping? Am I tripping? It's drop over drop. What are we witnessing in 2025, man? You know what I'm saying? That makes everybody say, come on, man. I just want to play golf, plan a couple parties, and read a couple books. I'll have a happy life. Watch my children grow. Watch them succeed, right? But how can we even think ahead when we're being targeted like this with chaos? Targeted, orchestrated chaos. I mean, my niggas get it over here in the comments. Shout out to Kiss My Ink. Okay. Shit has me beyond stress. This is what they want, right? Stress, right? Chaos. They want you to feel like that, fam. I mean, that's how they want us to feel. They about to lie and get them cooked, man. This is what we say, right? This is what we are saying, that all praise HaWah. You know, my niggas get out and it's all good, but we see the play, and this is gonna make all my niggas, you know, nervous behind the wall wherever they are about these orchestrated situations. I pray no more fires pop out near no more prisons, you know what I'm saying? No more jails, no more facilities, correctional, whatever. But man, we watching, man. And they about to ignite a dragon like they could never expect this type of dragon. If you're gonna start doing stuff like this. On my mama. They ain't gonna like, you know, they ain't gonna like what they can't expect. You know what I mean? They can't expect, you know what I mean, the type of reaction that they gonna get. You know what I mean? So, shout out to I Am Derek Logan. I mean, we all feel stress, fam. You know, we all feel it. We all trudging, you know what I'm saying? But we also feel like our wings are coming back. We feel like we're about to take flight, man, for real. I live very close to the fire. Still had no idea about this until now. Halal HaWah, man, this is why we dropping, because I didn't really know what's going on. I'm just getting tapped in. I'm thinking the Pasadena, you know, we focusing on knockers out there, like, then this, man. And I know knockers, you know what I'm saying, got people nearby there, man. This is all deeper than we know. Facts, man. I don't know why citizens can't see this orchestrated in phase 2 of decrease the population. Y'all thought Hunger Games was just a movie when it was a blatant warning, man. They always put it in the movies. They've been teasing us with shortages and yada yada. So when we talk about being on our land, you know what I'm saying? Look, you know, I just feel like that type of separation, you know, puts us in a more sacred space, you know what I mean? At that point, it's all up, you know what I mean? But to be over here being, you know, hijacked in these cities, you know, it's unnecessary at some point. At some point, we're like, look, man, we got Nagavilles all over the place. You know, Naga's got land all over the place. At least we off there, you know, flow a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But Naga's gonna stay in these cities, you know what I'm saying? You know, they're gonna keep this shit, you know, popping off, man. You know what I'm saying? If it's a health scare here, if it's a police brutality, yada, yada, they're going to keep this rotation, right? Police brutality, health scare, natural disaster, right? Presidential election, polarizing views on this, polarizing views on this. You got families splitting apart over this, tenderoni, hit, right? Did you get the hit? Did you not get the hit? Well, you can't sit at my table because you this and you are irresponsible. You like Trump, you don't like Trump. Oh, I could never rock with a nigga that like Trump. I love Trump. I can never rock someone who doesn't see that Trump's the savior of yada yada. Like, everyone split up, man, over this polarizing, dichotomy, divide and conquer. I gotta be better than you flow, right? Don't mistake us researching us for some type of I gotta be better than you. We want to divide, everybody up, you know what I mean? Just know that the truth, the truth is a mofo. You know what I'm saying? Walking in reality is a reality check. And sometimes you gotta check your ego at the gate, you know what I'm saying? You gotta check, who you thought you were and who you thought you were becoming. You gotta check, you know what I mean? Everything you thought you knew at the gate. And empty your cup, you know what I'm saying? If you really want to see clearly, you gotta empty your cup. When we see this, we see clearly, man, that, this is a problem. You know what I mean? This is an issue. We got niggas going through it right now. You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna do? Shelter in place? That's gonna prevent the fire from reaching them, right? Is this the craziest advice you ever heard? They trying to polarize us into, hating each other, man. Because now they're gonna call everyone conspiracy theories because you thinking that they doing some slick stuff, man. And it's clear that they doing some slick stuff. But we can't call it out because we conspiracy. I call it critical thinking, right? Critical thinking, man. Damn, I call it having a mind bone, man. So all that's going on, the sister said they been warning them to evacuate. And Luna's over here just popping off. Just popping off the politically correct, diversion, right?
It is a significant effort, and our deputies are doing amazing work up there.
Yeah, and Sheriff, talk to me about you guys are so spread thin right now, right? You got resources.
You said they're doing amazing work. The sister just said they ain't evacuating when this thing just doubled in size. Now you got them crazy winds again. Out here in LA, man, we ain't never felt winds like this. It was crazy, right? And it just happened to be on this fiery day. Don't even talk to me about Smart Cities 2028. Don't even talk to me about the Olympics 2028. Don't even talk to me about Agenda 2030. Don't even do it, man. We're gonna talk King Alfred's plan, Rex 84 too. Do you see clearly? Governor Newsom got a Marshall Plan. We just dropped a drop on the tube, right? Right here, man. Marshall Plan or martial law. There's many ways to get into their martial law, whether it's, health scares, emergency this, emergency that, right? Threats, political scares, civil scares, civil unrest, natural disasters. I'm just saying, they've been putting it right here in the face, bone, just like the fam just said in the comments, man. We trying to carry our regular lives, man, but this shit crazy, right? This ain't something to ignore, man. This ain't something you just go to work and say, yeah, man, clock in, clock out. Nah, man, you know what I'm saying? Get your grind on, man. I'm just saying, like, pay attention, man. Make sure they free these niggas and get these niggas in, good, safe, safe haven, man. Because I promise you, man, if they gonna make the whole thing light up, much, much hotter than they could expect, man.
Resources in Altadena, you've got resources in Malibu, and now we're being stretched into a third area. How are your people holding up, and are there enough people working? I know you guys just came off mandatory 12s. Do you guys have what you need, or is the National Guard still here? Where do we stand with all of that?
I'm just going to tell you that The community needs to have confidence in the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department right now. Yes, we are involved in multiple incidences. I think I have the best Sheriff's Department in the country with the best employees. They're going to get the job done. Staffing challenges and all those things that I have on a daily basis, that takes a back seat right now. We have a job to do. We're going to respond. We're going to do the best we can to protect our communities, and they will see a lot of deputy sheriffs. We have the ability to call in more. We've held over the day shift already, getting people in the right places, activating another incident management team. I got to tell you, I am so thankful to the governor, the state of California. Don O'Keefe, the chief from the Office of Emergency Services, was actually here in the command post with me. They're giving me all the resources I need. That's CHP, National Guard, and I have the ability to call in other agencies from LA County as we need.
And Sheriff, you're talking about having the necessary resources and also mentioning that the people really need to be confident in the LA County Sheriff's Department. And we're guessing that that comes from some questions that have been, given to your department and to the city about what happened in the previous fire. So you were letting our viewers know right now that you all have everything that you need to fight this fire.
As we're assessing this and it's evolving, we are gathering more resources to do the job that we need to do. That's why I started.
Dude, you don't sound confident at all, man. Oh, let me get that. He said, dude, he said, look, bruh, shit, man, we getting some things done, man, and you know, it's all good. God, come on, you couldn't rehearse a more non-confident response, man. This is crazy what I'm with. Am I crazy? Are we tripping?
Department and to the city about what happened in the previous fire. So you were letting our viewers know right now that you all have everything that you need to fight this fire.
As we're assessing this and it's evolving, we are gathering more resources to do the job that we need to do. That's why I started this with saying, if you are under an evacuation order, leave now. Warning, you should also leave now. Do whatever you can to help the first responders.
You said warning, they should also leave now, but the whole 5,000 Nagas is under the same warning, and you're trapping them. That's why the sister said they trapped. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're reading over here, that they trapped. Right? I mean, what are we talking about? If the other people should flee because it's so dangerous, even a warning, they should go. You're really telling everyone to go, but you got these Nagas trapped.
That we need to do. That's why I started this with saying, if you are under an evacuation order, leave now. Warning, you should also leave now. Do whatever you can to help the first responders, because I could tell you from the first fires we were involved in all the way to Eaton, while you're asking this, yeah, there's always going to be questions about what we could do better. That's everybody's job. It's all your jobs, right, to say what could we have done much better. We're going to go through that analysis, but I'm not going to do it right here, right now. I could tell you that my deputies risked their lives to save other people's lives. They did it for the Palisades fire. They did it for the Eaton fire, and they're going to do it today. And they'll continue to do that.
Well, are they going to do it today? And get these Nagas some buses and get them somewhere else, man? Can we get a little action on that? Can we get some action on saving the Naga?
Guys in place.
I've seen a lot of folks asking for an update now that the Board of Supervisors offices have closed. And just to give you an update, the fire has now expanded to almost 10,000 acres. The flames can now be seen from the front doors of the facility. They have still not evacuated the almost 5,000 people there. And it's gotten to the point where they have so few buses and so many people that they are saying it's safer to shelter in place. We've been warning them the entire day that they needed to start then. They don't have time to wait. And what did they choose to do? They chose to wait. We've known that the LA County Sheriff's Department only has about 20 buses to cover the entire county because as of last week, our members were still not being brought to court because they refused to transport them from jail because they didn't have the buses, which is why we told them 7-8 hours ago to start evacuating then.
The water dropping helicopters to North County Correctional Facility and pitches, because this is the jail facility right here. This is that compound where there's more than 4,000 inmates. And don't forget, staff, guards, deputies, everybody that facilitates and works at that facility are also here. And you can see the orange lines from the water dropping helicopter. Kind of a perspective about just how close the fire is getting to that correctional facility. And again, sheriff's officials saying that they have consulted with the fire officials who say it is safer to try to shelter those guys in place.
I've seen a lot of folks asking for an update now.
Please keep giving us updates, Ahk. My sister, we appreciate y'all. And please, Drop Nation, keep us on this, man. I'm definitely going to be, having my ears to, the curb, man, hearing what the streets are saying. And man, oh man, I just pray that, they don't, do what, they've been known to do. You know what I'm saying? We ain't tripping on nothing brand new here. Massacre, genocide, as indigenous people, we just are witnessing the same play. And all the divisive ways and schemes. Even the threat of one is, war on the noggin, man. And we already know what it is, you know what I'm saying? Half of waking up is, walking in your shoes again. Remembering who you are again. Feeling your ancestors' heart beating in your chest bone again, you know what I'm saying? And, with that, you turn into a different type of noggin, you know what I'm saying? You start to not only, see clearly, but, feel, you start to feel clearly, you know what I mean? And we all feel connected. There's one tribe, man, you know what I mean? So we know we got Nagas, that aren't here on this earth plane anymore, dealing, in these streets, you know what I'm saying? And then Nagas that get taken off the streets, put in these facilities, you know what I'm saying? All kind of things being done, you know what I'm saying? Testing for this, experimental that, you know what I mean? The food is this, yada, yada, man, like, So, I just pray for my Naga, man, all my Nagas, man, all my Nagas behind the wall, wherever you are behind the wall. And, trust, man, Halal HaWah, we about to witness as much chaos as they bring, we about to witness a miracle, man. Ain't nobody gonna be able to deny the creator. Most High over everything. Ain't nobody gonna be able to deny the creator when you see what type of flame this dragon be spitting, man. All praise HaWah, man. They say get your popcorn, man, but real talk, man, we just getting activated. You know what I mean? We vibrating and we activating. But please keep, giving us the latest, you know what I'm saying? Anybody get some word on us, man, hit us up on the DM. You can email me 432thedrop@gmail.com. Halal HaWah, Baruch, all our cons behind the wall. Get them they shelter, man, and free the Nagas that deserve freeing. That's all we can ask, HaWah. Free the Nagas that deserve freeing in your eyes, HaWah. You know what I'm saying? That see clearly in your eyes, HaWah. That return to you and your frequency and your vibration in your eyes, HaWah. Because our vibration ain't enough. We need our source code again. We need the code, HaWah. To not kill and steal from each other makes sense, HaWah. Putting you over all this hijack makes sense, HaWah. You didn't give us nothing that didn't make sense. Not being covetous and jealous of our brothers and sisters makes sense, HaWah. Not being a false witness makes sense, HaWah. Honoring our father and our mother makes sense, HaWah. Resting every 6 days makes sense, HaWah. Because a Naga need to breathe sometime. A Naga need to remember who we are. And, the grace, the patience, and the covenant we have with you, HaWah. All praise HaWah, free our Nagas, Halal HaWah. Y'all keep a Naga updated, cons. Tribe up.